So let us see this problem on astable multivibrator. The question is like this: design an astable multivibrator to generate a square wave of frequency 1 kHz. So this is the previous examination question, very simple question. First let us draw the circuit diagram of astable multivibrator. Circuit diagram of astable multivibrator. As you know how to draw the astable multivibrator, very simple diagram. It consisting of two identical transistors. Q1 and Q2. Let us say the collector resistors are say RC1 and the collector resistor of this transistor is say RC2. Just connect the output of collector output of one transistor to the base of other transistor. Similarly, the collector output of Q2 to the base of transistor Q1. Here let us say C1 and C2. Let us ground both the emitters. Where we take the output, we can take the output at the collector of Q2 or at the collector of Q1. So let us finish the circuit. So this is the power supply to the circuit, and connect the resistors R1 and resistors R2. Connect resistor R2. So what it is given? This circuit has to generate a square wave. It has to generate a square wave of frequency how much? Frequency 1 kHz. So that means what is the time period? Time period is equal to 1 by f, 1 millisecond. So you have to generate the duration t is equal to 1 milliseconds. So this is the circuit. So for this purpose nothing is given, just you have to generate the frequency of 1 millisecond. So for this purpose assume number 1, the power supply we have to assume, and taking the power supply as 12 volts. Let us say IC saturation is equal to say 5 milliamperes. All these parameters are not given, so that's why I am assuming all these parameters. HFE minimum is equal to 20, or you can take 25, no problem. Neglect junction voltages of saturated transistor. So that means VBE saturation, that means when the transistor is in saturation, VBE saturation is equal to 0, VCE saturation is equal to 0. So these conditions I am assuming. Or you can take 0.7 here, 0.3 here, and you can do the same problem. That answer is also correct. Now, so here what it is given, it is say this is the current say I2. Let us say this current is say I2. So the collector current is say IC2. The current in this branch is say I2 dash. So first, very simple. So assume symmetrical network means RC1 is equal to RC2, R1 is equal to R2, and C1 is equal to C2, since it is generating a symmetrical square wave. So therefore, for symmetrical network, to generate symmetrical square wave, also you can write like that: RC1 is equal to RC2. You can take it, and what is R1? Resistor R1 is equal to R2. The capacitor C1 is equal to C2. So there are only two formulas in this problem. So first find out the RC2 value, then R1 value. So initially assume one more condition. Initially assume, because one of the transistor will be in on condition, we have discussed. Initially assume Q2 is in on condition and Q1 is say in off condition. So first assume this point. So Q2 is in on condition and Q1 is say in off condition. So calculating RC2. So the design procedure is same for every problem. So here from this node what is the current? I2 is equal to IC2 plus I2 dash. What is the current I2? I2 is equal to IC2 plus I2 dash. So that is what I am writing. I2 is equal to IC2 plus I2 dash. We can see that what is I2 dash? I2 dash is the base current for transistor Q1. The base current is generally in microamperes. So therefore I2 dash is negligible. So therefore neglect I2 dash since it is base current which is in microamperes. So therefore what you can write? You can write I2 is approximately equal to IC2. So apply KVL to this loop. Apply KVL to this loop. There are only two formulas. Okay, I said earlier. Apply KVL to this loop because this transistor is in on condition. This transistor is in on condition. So what is this? VCC plus or minus. What is this? VCE saturation. What is this voltage? This voltage is VCE saturation. So therefore VCC minus VCE saturation by RC2 is equal to IC2. So that is the first formula we have to use from simple network knowledge. So I use this formula. So what is IC2 from the circuit? IC2 from the circuit is very simple formula. VCC minus VCE saturation by RC2. If 0.3 is taken, it's just to substitute 0.3. But we have neglected the junction voltages. So what is VCC? So R from this I want to find out RC2. So what is RC2 from this? RC2 is simply VCC minus VCE saturation by IC2. Just to substitute these values. So therefore RC2, what is VCC? 12. VCE saturation we have assumed 0 volts. What is IC2? I have taken 5 milliamperes. So therefore it will come out as 2.4 kilo ohms. So therefore what we have assumed? RC1 for symmetrical, in order to generate symmetrical square wave, RC1 is equal to RC2, we have to take 2.4 kilo ohms. The first one we have got. So generally for these problems you can check that when IC2 is given, you can easily calculate IB2. Remember that when IC2 is given, you can easily calculate. That's why this IC2 is given, collector current is given. From the collector current you can easily calculate the base current. Once you find the base current, so you can easily find out from this loop, you can easily find out what is the value of R1. So let us call the base to emitter voltage. As you know that the base to emitter voltage is VBE saturation. The base to emitter voltage is VBE saturation. So let us finding R1. Let us write the next point. Finding R1. So what is given? Given IC2 saturation. What is that? We have assumed 5 milliamperes. Use this formula from EDC basics. IC2 is equal to HFE minimum into IB2 minimum. So you can calculate, I said earlier, calculate IB2. So what is IB2? So IB2 minimum is equal to IC2 saturation by HFE minimum. So therefore, what is IC2? We have assumed 5 milliamperes, 10 power minus 3 by, what is HFE minimum? 25. So we get it as 1 by 5 means 0.2 milliamperes. So to keep this is the minimum base current. To keep Q2 in saturation, take, for every problem the procedure is same, take IB2. So IB2 what we have to take? 1.5 times IB2 minimum. So this is sometimes this condition will be given in the problem. If it is not given, you have to take this condition. So therefore 1.5 into 0.2, which will come out as 0.3 milliamperes. So I said earlier, so what is the formula for IB2, the base current from this circuit, from this branch? We can see from this branch, VCC minus VBE saturation by R1 is equal to IB2, because when Q2 is in on condition, Q1 will be in off condition. So therefore simply from network knowledge, so what is IB2? VCC minus VBE by R1. So use that simple formula. So therefore what is VCC? So IB2 VCC minus VBE saturation by R1. So from which what is we have assumed? If 0.7 is taken, substitute 0.7, but we have neglected junction voltages, from which, so what is this R1? R1 is simply VCC minus VBE saturation by IB2, just to substitute the values. So therefore, what is the resistor? R1. R1 we have to take in this problem. R1 is equal to VCC 12 volts. VBE we have taken 0, and IB2 which we it has 0.3 milliamperes, 10 power minus 3, which will come out as 40 kilo ohms. So therefore, for symmetric, in order to generate symmetrical square wave, R1 is equal to R2 is equal to 40 kilo ohms. So this is the next finding R1. Now let us find the capacitor. To finding the capacitor value, capacitor C1 or C2, you can take C1 or C2. C1 or C2. So since first, what is the formula for time period? The time period formula very important, a stable multiplier. What is the time period formula? 0.693 into R1 C1 plus R2 C2. In order to generate symmetrical square wave, assume R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R, C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C. It will come out as 1.38 RC. You can also mention it as C. Finding C. So therefore, what is the time period? So since the frequency is given, what is the frequency given? The frequency is given as 1 kilohertz square wave we have to generate. What is the time period? 1 millisecond. So therefore, R we have calculated. So this is also called as R. So therefore I want to calculate C. So C is equal to T by 1.38 into R. What is T? 1 into 10 power minus 3 by 1.38 into what is R value? 40 kilo ohms. 40 into 10 cube. So which will come out as, therefore C is equal to C1 is equal to C2 is equal to, which will come out as 0.0181 microfarads. So in this way you can calculate all the values RC1, RC2, R1, R2, C1, C2. So this is the very simple problem in the examination. So the procedure, remember that the procedure is same for every problem of design of a stable multivibrator. Thank you.